Montana hunters, anglers, and outdoor enthusiasts could see some changes coming soon. The Montana Fish and Wildlife Commission met today to discuss some potential updates to hunting regulations, fishing access, and wildlife management. MTN's Madeline Heath was at the meeting and brings us the latest.
The Montana Fish and Wildlife Commission has approved next year's hunting regulations, with some of the biggest changes coming to deer hunting.
A big change came from an amendment that was proposed by Fish and Wildlife Commission Chair Leslie Robinson. The amendment implements a sales cap for the non-resident general deer licenses. The sales cap would be half of the number of general deer licenses separated from the elk combination licenses.
Until we can kind of find out where the pressure is, I think that we can manage a lot better knowing where they're at.
Commissioners cited overcrowding on public lands and increases in out-of-state hunters as the need to implement the change. According to a report for FWP staff, the change would see an estimated 2,500 fewer non-resident licenses issued for general deer, which would have an estimated $1.7 million annual shortfall in license revenue for the department. Will Israel with the Montana Outfitters and Guides Association noted the economic impact the change would make.
That there are consequences when it does come to these reductions. And so when we look at the amount of revenue that goes to the department, when we look at the lack of revenue funding that starts to go into the block management access program, and then we also look at the real economic damage on small businesses.
Another amendment from Robinson reduced the number of general deer tags a resident hunter can hold from 8 to 3.
Now, these changes will be implemented into the 2026-2027 hunting seasons. Reporting in Helena, Madeline Heath, MTN News.
If you get a new Montana driver's license, it may look very different from what you're used to. The Montana Department of Justice's Motor Vehicle Division says it's introducing a new design for driver's licenses and state ID cards. Department leaders say it's intended to be more secure and harder to copy to protect against fraud and identity theft. It will include security features like multicolored ink and engraved designs, and will also have a marker showing if the license holder is a U.S. citizen, as required by a law passed during this year's legislative session. You will not need to replace your current driver's license until its standard expiration date.